and welcome to the Comic Conspiracy. Yes, we're alive. Hello. My name is Ryan Higgins. This is the episode 649 for the week of January 26, 2026. Holy crap. It's been like 2 months since we've done one of these. What the hell happened to us? We'll talk about that in a second. Hey, who else is here?
Brock Sager.
Kevin.
Lane.
Hello, Lane. Not expecting Toby to jump on. He's at a work thing, but it's Toby. You never know what the hell he's going to do, so he may jump on. So first of all, I want to apologize to all our wonderful listeners. I did not intend to go this long without an episode. So I was on vacation during Christmas and New Year's, and we'd already said we were going to take it off. And I'd planned to do another episode before we went, but I just had so much work to do before I went on vacation that I just did not have time. So I was like, okay, that's fine. We'll start back up in January. And I'll only miss one episode. And then when we go back from Japan, I got the worst flu I have ever. I mean, I got the flu, like tested positive for influenza A, like negative COVID, everything like that. But the sickest I have ever been in my life. Even when I had COVID, I was not this sick. I was like, we got back, I landed, I went back to work the next day, worked for like a day or two, and I was like, I felt okay, and tired, just jet lagged or whatever. And then I woke up New Year's Day, and I thought I was going to die. Like I was hallucinating. I was like wandering around the house like at weird hours. I couldn't sleep for days, like 5 days. I barely slept, just kind of like in and out of sleep at night. Just this cough that I've not been able to kick for a month now. So I had a flu shot and everything, like, and just it wrecked me. It absolutely wrecked me. I was hoping Toby was going to be here so we could talk about his wonderful adventures of Toby and Lane working at the shop. Lane, you can give us some of your secondhand knowledge because you were helping out Toby a little bit there.
Now, mind you, I wasn't there because I was actually taking a weekend.
No, Brock. No, Brock had taken the week off after I got back, so he was gone, and Marshall also got sick, so he had the flu as well. So I got it, and then a couple of days later, Marshall got it. My other guy that runs the shop. So, so we were out. I was like calling Toby and Charlie, and I'm like, if you're not doing anything, I know you're not working yet, and you can work. Fantastic. I'll tell you how to do stuff. If you can't, just go. Can you put a sign in the door that says closed? We'll be back Monday or something. Like I didn't leave the house for 5 days. It was the most miserable I have ever felt. So Lane, greatly appreciate you helping out.
It all went good.
What's that?
It all went pretty smooth. I mean, a couple little hiccups here and there, but I mean, I think a lot of it was just being rusty from, Toby not having done it for quite a while and just, forgetting where things were moved around a little bit here and there, but that's about it.
Yeah, the problem is it's like not the talking to customers and doing that stuff. It's like, oh, how do I actually like run this credit card?
Exactly.
So I was trying to tell him like every weird like edge case, like okay, if this happens, this all these weird things that I just instinctively know, but I know he's gonna like ring up a credit card and it's gonna like give him some weird error. And I was like, what the hell do I do? Man. Still a little bit of that cough that I can't quite kick, and I'm still like a little tired. I don't know. I've had the flu before. I've had colds. This was
what you got. Whatever was going around, and man, was it a doozy for people.
Well, a lot of people.
Yeah.
I was supposed to have a dentist appointment too. Obviously I had to cancel that. But when I went back in last week, they were like, "Yeah, we've had a lot of cancellations. A lot of people have been sick."
I think my girlfriend got that like at some point, and she was sick for like 2 weeks.
Yeah. But we're back. And
are we though? Are we really back?
Well, it's end of January. Like the first week or two, you can kind of just do whatever. Now, okay, it's almost the end of the month. We got to pretend we're really
professional podcasters here.
Yeah, no, not just us. Like everyone. Like, okay, yeah, you're actually back to work now. You can't slack off. Yeah. Because like December and January, everyone just takes time off. So, but there's been all sorts of random comic shit happening while we were gone. I was going to cover some of it, but before we get to that, I'm bringing back a classic. I'm bringing back an oldie.
Oh shit! What is going on?
But goodie. Are you guys ready for some sales charts?
Oh. What? I thought you were going to say mailbag.
Are you ready for some sales charts?
At this point, I prefer the mailbag code.
I thought I'd start us off with a classic.
I
didn't link it so you guys couldn't cheat.
Oh, so you're surprising us with this, just so he has
all
the info.
I am. I got all the info. We're taking old school. Now, we don't have real sales charts, but what we do have is the Comic Hub sales to customers. This is the point of sale system we use, and this is their annual report to ICV2, which is the comic kind of news blog. And every month they report sales chart numbers to them of comics actually sold by comic stores to customers. So this is not the numbers that we would get from Diamond of how many copies have they sold to comic stores. This is the amount of or the percentage and the rankings of comic books sold by stores to customers. There's about 125 stores that use Comic Hub, so it's not a huge sample. It's about 10% of the industry, but maybe 5-10% of the industry. But it's not insignificant. It's a lot of small and mid-level stores. So again, no Midtown, no My Comic Shop, obviously, but it is a varied group of stores. We're all pretty unique and all independent. So I have two charts.
Mm-hmm.
I have the chart of the top 10 publishers by market share and the top 50 comics. Although obviously we won't do the top 50. I'll do the top 10. Because I'll go over the market share after, but I want to do the top comics. So this is comic books sold 2025 via Comic Hub by units. So this is the units sold, not weird rankings, but this combines all variant covers.
Okay, so it does combine variants. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
Does it combine second print, third print, fourth print, or
yes, it should. Yes.
Okay,
I think the top ones are pretty obvious.
It's the Marvel, DC, Batman, Deadpool.
Marvel, DC, Deadpool, Batman, and DC, Marvel, Batman, Deadpool are number 1 and number 3.
Wouldn't there be an absolute book in there?
Yeah, the absolute books.
There's at least 3. There's at least 4 absolute books in the top.
Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman, and Martian Manhunter.
Nope. Batman, and Flash.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow, Flash.
The number 10 book. The number 10 book is Absolute Batman number 4. The number 9 book is Absolute Flash number 1. The number 8 is Absolute Batman 13. That is the
Catwoman cover.
The Catwoman one. And number 7 is Absolute Batman 15. That is the Joker issue. Yeah.
Is there an independent book on that list?
There is one comic from Image on this list.
Is there Ultimate Endgame on there?
No Marvel other than the Marvel DC book in the top 10. No Marvel in the top 21.
Wow.
Shit.
Okay.
Wow.
I mean,
the Image book is responsible for a lot of what we've seen happen in comics this year.
It's not the Mark Spears, is it?
No, but you're on the right track.
Okay.
What was before Mark
I forget which one was the first one.
It's by Image.
Oh, was that? Oh, it's the fucking Invincible Universe Battle Beast shit.
Invincible Universe Battle Beast number 4 with all its blind bag covers.
Number 4?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, number 4 in the ranking. It was issue 1.
Yeah, issue 1, yes, but number 4 in the ranking. We're missing number 6.
What was number 2?
I don't. You haven't guessed 2, 5, and 6.
Okay, 2, 5, and 6. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's no other publishers, just DC.
Correct.
DC KO.
KO is number 5.
Batman 1.
Batman 1 is number 2.
Okay. So number 6.
Number 6.
Is it a Bat title?
It sure is a Bat title, of course. Hush number 1. Yes, Batman 158, also known as Batman Hush 2 number 1. So it's Batman, Invincible, Universe Battle Beast, KO starring Batman, Absolute Batman, Absolute Flash, and Absolute Batman. And if you want to keep going down the list, it's actually Absolute Batman, Absolute Batman, Absolute Batman, Absolute Batman, Absolute Batman, Absolute Martian Manhunter, Absolute Batman, Batman Annual, Absolute Batman. Hey, Ultimate Wolverine comes in at number 22. Absolute Batman, Absolute Batman. So if you see a trend here,
wow, I'm surprised Wolverine.
And Mark Spears' Monsters number 1, the Monster and the Wolf, the blind bag one, did come in at number 29. So, yeah.
Is there any other publishers on that top 50?
Oh, that's a good question. Let's see. Marvel, DC, Image, Keenspot.
Okay.
Keenspot's Mark Spears' Monsters. Nope. Everything else is Marvel,
DC.
It's Marvel, DC. Yep. It's actually almost all of DC. I should have done this before, but let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Counting is awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's great radio.
17. 29 of the top 50 books were absolute issues.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, we have like Absolute Wonder Woman. And now some of these, again, Absolute Wonder Woman number 1 has continued to have printings. It came out in 2024.
Yeah.
Right? But it is the number 43 selling book on the list, including Absolute Batman 2. Like every issue of Absolute Batman's on here. Because Absolute Batman number 1 is number 24.
What?
Yeah. That's solely based on new printings.
Yeah, aren't they on like 10th print now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It's all the printings that were this year.
Yep.
Yeah, because remember that came out in September, right?
So it doesn't count the issues that sold last year. It's just this year.
Correct.
So last year,
the issues.
this
is the. I mean, if people had issues 2, 3, and 4 and they sold in 2025, they would count towards that. But most people were sold out. The majority of these sales are going to be just the new printing.
Well, isn't it on 10th printing for number 1?
Yeah.
So basically, we're saying it's number 24, basically on like only from like 4th printing to 10th printing.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a lot.
Yeah. And so that is why I wanted to save the publisher market share, because for the first time that I can remember since like New 52 or Rebirth, DC Comics led Marvel with a market share 32.6% of comics sold, including comic books and graphic novels, were from DC. Marvel was 29.6%. Image was 12.2%, and everyone else makes up the remaining 10%. So DC had a monster year, and it's almost entirely because of the absolute stuff. Is there any book on here? Let's see. Batman 1, KO, Hush, Batman 2, Batman 3, Hush 2, KO, Batman, Hush 2. Yeah, there's no... Oh, DCX Sonic vs. Sonic the Hedgehog is the number 50 book. The only book not absolute or Batman.
Batman's in that.
I mean, KO is everything.
It's DC Sonic, or it's DC mainlined by Batman and Sonic.
Yeah. So, ridiculous year for DC. Now, hopefully they can, keep it up, right? There's a always the chance that the Absolute stuff could, it could obviously it could cool off. It hasn't. But we just, I mean, I want to talk just for a minute here about this. Like, I talked about this on Blue Sky a little bit. Like, this just does not happen. Books like the Absolute line, they're going to reprint every single issue again. I don't think that's been officially announced yet, but every issue is getting another printing again because every single book is sold out again, and so they're going to do even more printings. It is pretty. I mean. Never in the history of modern comics have we seen a line that's now going to reprint 50. It's probably like 50 issues of the Ultimate book of the Absolute books out right now between all 6 titles.
15. Right? There's 15 issues. Batman, 15 Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
50,
so there's more than that. Yeah. Maybe 65. Yeah. Maybe close to 70. I mean. And there's demand for every single one of those issues again. And it's not just trades, right? And it's not just people flipping number ones, although they are. It's 10th printings, 11th printings, people coming back in, people picking up full runs of single issues, regardless of the printing. It is, there's just never been, we haven't seen anything like this. Even the Absolute books, the Ultimate books, I mean, they were big, but they've cooled in their back half now. I do want to mention something about that in a few minutes here. But you just do not see comics increase this far into runs, this many issues in a row. There is almost no ceiling, especially with Batman. And it's, Batman number 1 is obviously the new number 1 is way outsells everything. And then 2 and 3 are much lower. And it's going to be kind of your standard sales. The Absolute books are naturally just growing multiple issues in multiple times, where later issues are outselling the previous issue, and this just does not happen. They've been very smart about keeping the line small. I hope they continue to do that because comic books love ruining.
They love flooding the market, trying to squeeze every little bit out of it.
They love it, and they love trying to just completely take the good thing and not know when to stop. On that note, Reborn Ultimate Impact, the 7th ending to the Ultimate line, was announced today. This is Marvel's next end of the Ultimate Universe book to go along with Ultimate Endgame and to go along with the one-shot that's coming out. The Ultimate Universe that had some, it definitely had massive success with Spider-Man, and they had an opportunity to reprint those issues. And publicly at Comics Pro last year, David Gabriel laughed when the suggestion was for every issue to be reprinted again because of how popular the series was. And now that it's over, they're going to go back and reprint Ultimates, like some Ultimate issues for some reason. It makes no sense. And they had the opportunity to grow and expand, but people couldn't buy those single issues, so it just kind of flatlined, something that DC did not do. They said they were going to finish it when Hickman was off, and now we're getting our 3rd wrap-up to it. And this is the next thing, so the Ultimates universe is still going on in some fashion, so it's not wrapping up the way they said they were going to. Once again, I don't like to just shit on Marvel constantly, but this is what I'm talking about. They had the perfect opportunity to have a great self-contained perennial seller. Mm-hmm. And once again, they're going to ruin it. They do this every time. They can't help themselves. Now, when DC launches its 50th Ultimate crossover book or Absolute crossover book and a million miniseries, and they relaunch, and I'm going to be right there with you, that DC should let this run for a couple of years, end it, and then you have a perennial seller. I expect DC will ruin it as well. It's just what comic companies do. But at least for the time being, DC has done a pretty good job of keeping the Absolute line as tight as possible, as small as possible. We'll see.
I mean, I was actually reading Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like,
follow it into Endgame and
probably not.
Ultimate, Absolute, Reborn, and
I tried, I think, flipping through the Ultimate Endgame book, and I was like, yeah, don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I'll read a summary page of it. Woohoo.
Yeah. They had a chance.
This is good news for you, right? Because you hate Marvel?
Me or Brock?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
It's
a well-known Marvel hater.
News. Yeah. I mean, it's just not good news. It's just validation. Because they were like, no, this is going to be its own self-contained thing. I'm like, yeah, I know that's what they said. It's not. So, think about New 52, right? Where were we 15, 16 issues into New 52? They already canceled half the line, and they were doing a bunch of relaunches of shitty new titles that didn't click either, right? I mean, again, the good stuff continued to sell, but a third of that line was dead by issue 15.
We're still waiting on that Rob Liefeld Hawk and Dove thing, right?
Oh yeah, where's my Hawk and Dove print, Rob Liefeld? I'm gonna bring that up every decade. So yeah, we'll see what they do, but without question, Absolute line raised all ships across DC and across the comic industry. I mean, it led to just significant increase across the board. Everyone's been reporting just massive sales increases this year, with that being a major factor in it. A lot of people come in just for the Absolute books, obviously, but some people come in for more stuff and get exposed to more comics. So, yeah, I think it was. I saw a list. I think I didn't put it on my thing here, but maybe one of you guys remember. I believe. Oh yeah, here we go. I have it here. No, I do have it. This was. I want to say it was 8 point. This was on Hollywood Reporter. This is all coming from Jim Lee. The Absolute Universe line of monthly comics has sold 8.2 million units in total, not accounting for December sales. So this was up through November from the launch of Absolute Batman. Absolute Batman makes up about 35%, 3 million copies. The first issue of Batman continues to sell well. It is now in its 10th printing, as well as the latest issue, number 15, as of that time, had orders of 300,000 copies. Now, look, of course, it's Joker. It's the Absolute Joker issue, and there's a million, special variant covers, and yada, 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 yada. But, yeah, books just do not do this. So, congrats to DC. Congrats for a pretty amazing year. I don't know how you top it. I don't know that you can. If they can match it, that's a runaway success. So we'll see what their new titles. They're doing their DC Next, I believe it is called. Firestorm and Zatanna and Lobo and
Deathstroke was in that.
Deathstroke and Batwoman. Those have all been announced and solicited. So,
and isn't it Greg Rucka on Batwoman?
It is Greg Rucka on Batwoman. Yeah. See
and if they grab return of Vertigo.
Yep, and all the new Vertigo, the first batch of Vertigo number ones have been solicited. So that's so a couple books are ending. Obviously, Green Arrow, Birds of Prey, a couple other things, but that's a big push for new ongoing series as well. The DC's big push for Vertigo is ongoing comics. These are not miniseries; these are all ongoing. At least the first batch. So, and all these DC Next are all ongoing. So, if they can take the lessons learned from Absolute and apply that to the main line and Vertigo, it'd be pretty great.
Or also some of the lessons learned from, was it DCU?
Yeah. Well, it's like those are the bad lessons. You hope they learn from that. That's someone said Absolute is basically like New 52 done right, and I don't really disagree with that because it's the best of both worlds. You didn't get rid of the original characters. The original books are still there. Yeah. You have this new version, but the new version is not new through the lens of 90s, the 90s, right? This is new through the lens of today. Yeah. And it's a pretty...
Absolute is the Dark Knight of today.
It's pretty hard to attract younger people to read this stuff to this level. They've done well. They've done good.
That's Scott Snyder, man.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely had my doubts. I was like, well, Ultimates is cool. We'll see if you can do it. And they blew the Ultimate Universe away. So.
I still hate the Absolute name, but
it's fine. It's fine. Absolute Batman.
Absolute Batman.
You ready for it?
No, I'm not.
Hey, you know what else happened after we recorded our last episode?
Last year?
Yeah. Netflix was confirmed to buy Warner Brothers Discovery. The entirety of the Netflix and Paramount. I don't even know what you call it.
Skydance.
The stupidity around this attempted purchase at Warner Brothers. Still not resolved as of this recording. But how bad do you have to fuck up to have Netflix look like the good guys in this, right? I'm pretty confident none of us want anyone to buy Warner Brothers, and they just split Discovery off and let Warner Brothers be its own thing. But I guess if it has to be Netflix or Skydance, I'll take Netflix. Yes.
Kevin? Studios are like,
this is the classic. This is the classic. Would you rather have syphilis or gonorrhea question?
Yeah. It's just the worst, the best of two evils.
Yeah, the lesser of two evils.
But there isn't really a lesser. I mean, it's like, do you want the theatrical experience shaved back further and everything to just become a tile on Netflix? Or do you want more company and content and IP under control of a single kind of, I don't want to say individual, but David Ellison is pretty involved. So a single kind of masthead.
Yeah.
If it has to be sold and there's no choice, if option C isn't, we couldn't do that. I guess I'll choose Netflix.
So you have it's not like Disney or Apple or fucking Elon Musk. I mean, other people could buy them, right? I mean, it doesn't have to be these two. Any major company could buy them. I guess that's just how this works. But, who's putting up $80 billion for an entertainment company that's, crazy in debt, has legacy TV networks it's trying to offload, has the arguably some of the best IP in the world, but just decades at this point of mismanagement across the parent companies that have owned it. So, who's really in? Who else is really gonna,
I mean, it was AOL. You had AOL.
Yeah.
You had AT&T.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why these tech companies keep wanting to get in bed with a content provider like that.
Apple, like an Apple TV and all that stuff. I guess if you just have all the money, you could just do whatever you want. Why the hell does Apple make TV shows? Like, it's just very strange. Like, why do they need this? Like, Pluribus is great, but why does this exist? Right?
Nobody knows. Nobody knows because they're all really expensive, and the subscriber numbers don't pay for that.
No, I could understand if Apple was like, we want to use our film tech and our computer tech in Hollywood, so we'll buy Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers will put out all these shows. Like, I kind of could see that, right? Like we'll buy the production companies to then use all our products to show how advanced they all are. Like, but that's not what they're. I mean, is that what it is? Just all kind of they're like, here's Pluribus and 12 other shows you've never heard of, and look how good this all looks. You can do this with Apple products. Like is it an advertisement for them? It's so odd. I've never understood why they do this. So, yeah, I don't think there's any good thing here, but
Netflix Max, can't wait.
Yeah, and what do? They keep the stuff separate, and they said what, like they're gonna have like a 17-day window or something stupid for theatrical movies. I mean, we'll see. They may not stand by that if movies do really well and they keep bringing in hundreds of millions of dollars. Like, why would you get rid of that? But at the same point, you know, Netflix has its numbers that show engagement means continued subscription, but I don't know if those numbers really make sense in the real world. So yeah, I don't like any of it, but
well, and when people say, oh, when Netflix buys it or whatever, what's going to happen to DC? And like,
nothing.
You have to take a breath. That's years away.
Yeah.
Even if they sign checks tomorrow, the regulatory review and then the closing. Do you think DC Comics is at the top of the priority for either of these companies? That's
no.
years away. Just don't. Nobody clutch your pearls yet.
Hey, we're gonna get K-pop Demon Hunter DC Comics. Okay.
I mean, sure, they could do that right now if they wanted to. Like, being owned by Netflix doesn't cause that. And that was what, Sony, right? So like they could do that anyway. Yeah. I mean, this is still going on. It's not great, but I guess it's better than the alternative. I don't know. Maybe companies should just exist, and if they don't do good, then they go out of business. That's what used to happen, right? I think.
Emporium. Radio Shack.
I think that's what used to happen.
Circuit City.
Used to happen. Yeah. Oh, then it would just be Warner Brothers would be bought up by some venture capitalists, and then they would just go out of business. So.
Oh, that's right. They'd sell everything for spare parts.
Yeah.
Who needs this Batman IP? Fuck that.
Well, in the meantime, since Disney didn't buy him, I guess we just have to settle for these Marvel and DC crossovers, before they merge the universe, because we got announced the next Marvel and DC crossover that I'm sure will top the charts, and it was no surprise, Spider-Man and Superman, and Superman and Spider-Man from DC and Marvel, and Marvel and DC. Again, there were some characters that were like really left out of that Batman Deadpool stuff. So we're like, okay, obviously Spider-Man, Superman with the anniversary coming up with their first crossover. Like, yeah, clearly that's what they're going to do this year. And that's what they're doing. Mark Waid and Jorge Jimenez doing the main story in Superman, Spider-Man #1. And there's additional stories. Now, some of these, boy howdy. Lois Lane and Mary Jane.
This is the DC one, right? This is the DC one?
Yes, so this is the DC one. Lois Lane and Mary Jane by Tom King and Jim Lee.
I mean...
I'm down. Sure, of course. Yeah, of course.
Let's do this. Double Date Part 2. Go for it.
Okay. Jimmy Olsen, yes. And Carnage.
Yeah, that one is... What the living fucking shit is this?
By Matt Fraction. Okay, I'm back. And Steve Lieber. Okay, I get it now. Okay, understood. Jimmy Olsen and Carnage, but Matt Fraction and Steve Lieber. Perfect. We're just going to do a new version of the Jimmy Olsen comic that they did, just with Carnage. So that's weird, but I trust it because of who's doing it. Superboy and Spider-Man 2099 by Sean Murphy. That should be cool. Sean Murphy's back. He hasn't done anything for DC in a little while. Power Girl and Punisher by Gail Simone and Belen Ortega. That's an odd one, but I'll take it. Superboy Prime and the Symbiote Spider-Man by Christopher Priest and Daniel Samperi.
Oh, for fuck's
That's
sake.
An odd. Now, look, I love me some Superboy Prime.
If he fucking is dancing down a street wearing the symbiote suit, I will fucking...
Well, it's not Deadpool. That'd be like a Deadpool thing. Priest, that doesn't sound like Priest's MO. I think it's an odd choice to write these characters, but I'm hopeful. See, the problem is I I wish they would get rid of the backups. I don't want these. I want the main story to be a good story. This was the biggest problem with the Batman Deadpool ones, was that as not the best as the main story were, the backups were pointless because they're just not long enough to do anything with.
Hey man, that Frank Miller one was
yeah, that sure was.
steaming pile of something.
See, like, okay, so this next one, I don't want this to be a 3-page backup. I want this to be a book. The Daily Planet and the Daily Bugle by Greg Rucka and Nicola Scott. Like, make that a fucking mini series.
Yeah.
Not a 3-4 pager. Like, I want to see those two human casts interact. That's awesome. Pocket and Uncle Ben by Jeff Lemire and Rafa Sandoval.
That's fine.
That's fine for a short. That's fine for a backup. There's going to be some weird meeting before Superboy and Spider-Man, and like that's okay. Like I'm fine with like that being a little backup. But Daily Planet, Daily Bugle, like that should be a miniseries.
I mean, two interdimensional newspaper companies competing in the journalist market. I'm down.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, give it to me. Put it in my veins.
I know. Well, we also have the Marvel version, which is coming up, which got announced. Let's see. Let me get this is formatted differently, and I don't have the same list. Spider-Man and Superman. Correct. Here we go. Strangely, this is not formatted quite the same way. So let me see if I can give you a list of who's there. Here we go. Brad Meltzer and Pepe Larraz doing the main story. Mm-hmm. Spider-Man and Superman, of course, with Lex Luthor and Norman Osborn. I like seeing Brad Meltzer come back to do some stuff. I'm actually excited for that one. That should be pretty good. Dan Slott and Marcus Martin, Spider-Man Noir and Golden Age Superman. That should be cool.
Sure.
I like Marcus Martin, and that's an okay like little backup story. That's fine. Jeff Johns and Gary Frank are back.
Damn.
Superman and Spider-Man clash sparked by Mysterio. Okay, you got me there. I'm in. I want to see what they do with that. Jason Aaron and Russell Donnerman with Jane Foster, Wonder Woman, and more. Doesn't say who else. Just Jane Foster and Wonder Woman sounds like a good enough. Jane Foster, Thor, of course, and Wonder Woman sounds like a good enough. Grouping there. Louis Simonson and Todd Knock on Steel and Steel vs. Hobgoblin. Very random. Okay, sure. Joe Kelly and Humberto Ramos doing the crossover between Gwen Stacy and Lana Lang. Sure. Okay, that's cool. The ones that almost were.
Yeah.
The girls that got away.
Well, one died.
Or died, you know. yeah. And Brad Michael Bendis and Sarah Pacelli on Miles Morales, of course. Return to Miles Morales with Superman. And then that's it.
Was it Superman or Superboy?
It just says Superman on the cover of Superman. So, and of course, a million variant covers for all of these books. And there's some fun covers on here, too. If you want to see Eric Larson draw Cyborg Superman with his weird cyborg Spider-Man from that Spider-Man book after he took over after Todd McFarlane, where he's got the cyborg arm and he's got like the bandana on his head, like that's a cover I never thought I'd see. Something, yeah. See, like there's a cover here, Steel and Thor. Like, where's that? Where's that book? Like, what? Well, yeah. I don't know.
You know, I was thinking back, listening to you. I was thinking about the Batman Deadpool. That I did not read the Marvel one. Okay, I'm talking about the DC one.
Yeah,
and there's a story in there. There's a Constantine and Doctor Strange. I think.
Yeah,
and it's written by Snyder, Tynion, and Josh Williamson.
Yeah,
and I'm like, what in the hell did each of you do? This thing's 4 pages long.
Yeah. I have no clue. I was like,
were you guys all in a bar post con one night and just like came up with this on a napkin?
They were popcorning it. You get that panel.
Nothing happens really.
Yeah, they just kind of hang out. Like, why don't you make this a 12-issue miniseries?
Right.
Like those three,
or at least a full page, one shot, a full length one shot.
Oh, there could be some really cool, like, meandering, weird magic story with those two characters. Yeah, and if those three writing together,
and just imagine a 3-issue miniseries of that premise, and each of those writers does one issue.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Boom.
Strange Hellblades are eternal.
I don't understand. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Yeah.
I think comic book stores like you making money. I don't know if publishers do.
I mean, these will sell, but will you care in 25 years the way you care about JLA Avengers? Will you care in 50 years the way you care about Superman and Spider-Man? Those original, they're just these like kind of random disposable books. And it's not that anyone's just like phoning it in. You do what you can do with that limited of a page count. But like, it's just such a tease for what you could have.
Well, I
don't get it.
The Captain America Wonder Woman one in the Marvel one.
It was awful.
No, like
I love Chip Zdarsky, but it was terrible.
No, like I did like the whatever with like the story with Hitler. I don't give a shit about that. It was all of the stuff that they were doing to get like he blended together with the Marvel and DC universes. Like all of their events kind of meshed together. I was like, that's the kind of stuff I'm like, I want to read that book. Like that you showed one like image from. I want that book to be a series.
Yeah. I don't know.
So Ryan, what's the? I know you read it on the sales charts, but
they sold really well.
Is the rumor true that the Marvel version blew the DC one out of the water as far as sales? For Deadpool.
The Marvel one was number 1, the Batman one or the DC one was number 3. And there's two reasons for this, right? I mean, the number one reason is it came out first.
Yeah.
I don't and most people didn't know that these were two different books. The amount of people I had to explain this to, regular customers, didn't realize these were two different books. People asked, "Where's issue number 2?" And I'm like, "Well, there isn't an issue number 2. There's this other
second one shot
that's unrelated." The titling was poor. The technical title does not appear on the book anywhere, which makes sorting very frustrating. The variant covers were good on both, but I won't say they killed it. I think we all could have come up with some better variant covers. Like, they were good. They weren't great. Just coming out first, Marvel was going to have the edge every single time. Now with these will come in much lower. Nothing against Spider-Man and Superman, but it's not Batman. And fucking Deadpool does not even factor into the ordering equation. And the variant covers just aren't they're not going to be as interesting. And the amount of people that read the first ones that will now pass on these ones will be higher than 0. So, yeah, it will be very good. They will sell very well. They could be the best-selling books of the year. Again, maybe. We'll see what else comes out this year. But, yeah, it's unfortunate. I didn't put this on the list. Did any of you read the random Fantastic Four and...
Oh, Flash.
Yeah. And then what was the other
Thor
one?
Shazam was the other one.
Thor Shazam, yeah. So they, out of nowhere, I totally didn't even put this on here. Out of nowhere, they came out with these digital-only crossovers.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Did we?
Yes.
Because I was screaming about Shazam.
Yeah.
Oh, that was right. Okay, that was before I left.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay. They were. I read the Fantastic Four Flash one. It was fucking horrible.
That Shazam still makes me so mad. To call him Captain Marvel makes me so mad. All right. Well, that's fine. You okay? What?
So happy.
Oh, okay. After.
Stay focused. This is important stuff.
Let's stay focused. We got a couple to go. Here. Then we'll call it a day. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with
Will the Batman Deadpool performance affect your ordering of Superman Spider-Man?
I mean, it sold very well, but it's a lot of it based on pre-orders, and I don't expect to get nearly as many pre-orders for the variant covers. And the randos don't care about Superman the way they care about Batman. Spider-Man they care about much more, so he's going to do a lot of the heavy lifting here. Not that people don't like Superman; it's just traditionally Batman outsells Superman by a huge margin. And Spider-Man outsells Deadpool by a huge margin.
You're going to stock it for longevity. Like you're gonna stock
main
enough
cover,
main cover for longevity. Just because like having it. I mean, it still went to second print. The second print of is it third or second or third print?
They've done multiple printings, but that's just selling extra variant covers.
Yeah.
Like nobody's sold out of
No. But like having those, like it's like you can still have those on the shelf. Like is this?
Yeah, of course.
Like I have a question. This is the really really big question for 2026 for Comics Conspiracy the Store. Are you gonna pull 3 Jokers?
Off the
shelf? The shelf.
Not unless they sell out of number 1s, and I'm trying to get more. No, I still have Batman Spawn up there. We're like I don't have that many copies left. No, that shit sells forever, man. That shit sells.
I know. The only reason I ask is I sold a copy on Sunday of one issue.
I sell sets every week.
Yeah.
I sell sets of 3 Jokers every week. We're almost out of ones.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll bring it down to 1 stack.
Yes.
But as long as we have copies of 1, I'll keep them out there. Because that book sells incredibly well. No, I've never, like comics, like little one-off comics like that just sell over time. And the Batman, Deadpool, and Superman, Spider-Man will continue to sell. I mean, I get why they don't do miniseries, because they can do this. They can just have 1 book. I mean, I understand it. I just think the backups are a waste. Because I don't think they're drawing anyone to the books.
Yeah, or they should just do less backups, like 1 or 2 instead of like 6 or something.
Yes.
Although,
if it was two
headlining
10-page
stories.
Backups.
Yeah. Like 2 headlining stories, and then you have like breakup, a backup to break each one up. That's fine. Or you have like 2 little ones in the middle and 1 at the end. Like that's fine.
Yeah.
I was going to ask Ryan though. Do you think this is also, now this is based on current trends, so maybe not a good thing, but would you have expected Marvel, DC to do the blind bags with these?
No. That gets a little, there's probably just even more legal issues why that wouldn't work. I'm sure the blind bags are already tricky enough.
Yeah, DC wants the ones that'll disintegrate after, a year, and Marvel wants the ones that are weirdly oversized and ugly as all hell.
Yeah.
But it does seem to be a big selling trend this last year.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I
was just kind of surprised, like, they aren't trying to apply it to some of their biggest books as opposed to trying to push a book. But sure, that makes sense.
So, yep. It'll be interesting to see where they go. You just don't know. But 1 a year, fine. I wish they'd kill the backups, but I don't want to see Marvel and DC go crazy with this. But it's it's at least they're starting. They did well. They did very well. So we'll see what happens next. Speaking of multiple companies fighting over stuff, Free Comic Book Day is back. Or is it?
For fuck's sake.
Because May 2nd, 2026, we will celebrate Free Comic Book Day and Comics Giveaway Day, a legally distinct event that is not Free Comic Book Day. Well, what the hell is happening here? Well, if you didn't hear, Lunar will be handling the distribution for Free Comic Book Day, which includes comics from Ablaze, AMP, Keenspot, Mad Cave, Oni, Archie, AWA, whatever that logo is, Titans, Udon, Dynamite, Image, Vault, DC, Oh yeah, Rekka. Future is. But what about all the other companies? Well, that would be Penguin Random House's Comics Giveaway Day.
Ugh.
Surprisingly, still happening on the exact same day, May 2nd. The companies could not agree on
the standard
money and distribution stuff.
Fucking standard, like
yeah. So Marvel, Boom, IDW, Distillery, Ignition, Dark Horse, and whoever else. Some of the manga companies will now go through Penguin Random House for their legally distinct Comics Giveaway Day. Also happening on May 2nd. So Wizard of the Coast and Upper Deck will also be involved, which is very cool. We're going to have more than just comics. That's through, and those are coming through Universal. So we now have a third
Universal Distribution, right? Not Universal Studios.
Correct. In case you don't remember, Universal Distribution, the Canadian company, bought Alliance Games, Diamond Comics gaming arm is part of Diamond's bankruptcy, and so they are now distributing comics as well as cards. And so they will be including Upper Deck and Wizards of the Coast in their list of companies that they are publishing Free Comic Day books for. So what a wacky Free Comic Day. My most annoying day and the most annoying order I have to do every year has just become triply hard. So great.
So we're still calling it Free Comic Book Day, right?
Love it.
We're still calling, I don't know. We're still calling it Free Comic Day.
Maybe we're not going to celebrate Free Comic Day. Maybe we'll only celebrate Comic Giveaway Day. And then people will say, are these comics all being given away? Or is it just the ones outside? And I'll say just the ones outside. Free Comic Day, it's also just the ones outside.
So we're doing Free Comic.
Just rename it? Like, do you have to follow their naming convention? Or just call it Conspiracy Day?
Yes, there you go. Yes. No one else is giving away free comics but us Day. That's what I'm gonna call it. What a pain in the ass. God, these fucking companies. just what is wrong with everyone in this industry? Like, what are they doing? It's just Free Comic Day. Just leave it. It's fine.
So I think for Timmy, he says it's one of his favorite days of the year. So you two are like matter and antimatter. And we Timmy is way too positive. Yeah, I know, that's what I mean. You two are matter and antimatter.
He has not grown into the grump that I have turned into. Okay. Yes. He loves the smile of children and the sounds of summer and flowers blooming. Yeah. Me, meanwhile,
where's my fucking
over here
Morrissey?
In my cave?
It's the Beach Boys versus the Smiths.
Yeah.
For those who don't know who we're talking about, it is a retailer friend who has stores in Southern California.
Not on my list, but to be from Arsenal Comics, proud owner of Action Comics #1, I should say. If you didn't see that piece of news, Timmy's got he took a previously graded version of Action 1 that he has obtained. I didn't ask how. I asked him if he robbed who the hell had Action Comics #1? Nick Cage. I asked him if he robbed Nick Cage. He did not confirm or deny, so that's all I'm saying. But he has an Action 1 that is heading to Heritage for sale in an upcoming auction. So congrats, Timmy. You won.
Did you well, related news story, what was that auction with Superman #1?
Oh, it's on my list here.
Okay. Right.
It's on my list here. We'll get to it.
Also, I was going to say, related to Timmy, he announced recently that he's going to have the last signing with Al Milgram and be selling his personal collection, I believe.
Oh, I didn't see anything about this. What the hell?
I think it was Al Milgram. Let me look it up.
I don't know if it was It wasn't Al. It was somebody else, I think.
Al Milgrom. What a very random
Jerry
name.
Conway.
Jerry Conway.
Yeah.
Oh, Jerry Conway. Yeah.
Sorry,
Okay, I didn't see that, but he's local. Yeah, he's had Jerry Conway in for some signings. Yeah.
But he's supposed to be the last ones, and then he's selling his personal collection.
Interesting. I'll
so
look into that.
More big books coming from Timmy soon, possibly.
Yeah. Good lord. All right, I'm gonna take like one or two more here. Let's go one or two more.
Hit the Superman since we're just talking about auctions.
Yeah, let's find it. It's down here somewhere. Let's scroll. Hey, here we go. Yes, we got the an anonymous buyer. We do not know if that person's ever come forward. At least I have not seen if they did. The highest dollar amount ever paid for a comic book is now official: $15 million for Action Comics #1. This was sold through Heritage, obviously, beating out the Superman #1 that sold for 9.12. Oh, sorry. Sorry. This was the Superman #1 that sold for 9.12 that we talked about in our previous episode.
Yes.
This, on the heels of that, was Action Comics #1.
That's right.
Once again sold, blowing out the record that was just made. For $15 million. And this was, if I'm not mistaken, the Nicolas Cage issue, right? This was the one he owned. This is the one that got resold, right?
Yep.
So it's funny that the Superman one, I feel like, made a lot of news, maybe just because of its grade. And I think we said, like, it would be an Action Comics 1 or a Detective 27 that would break that price if it's sold today. Turn right around, Action Comics #1, $15 million. Almost, 50, 40%, 60% more than the previous one. So I don't think Timmy's getting 15 mil for the Action Comics #1 because it's a 7.0. Was it conserved, Lane?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. So not an 8.5, but yes, he should still.
It'll still be a decent chunk of change.
Sell for quite a lot of money.
Speaking of super stuff, we got the Supergirl trailer or teaser.
That's like 2 to go on my list, but I can jump straight there.
It's still super. You got to connect it somehow.
I will. We got the Supergirl trailer, and since the Supergirl trailer, we also got the Lobo kind of teaser trailer showing off Lobo for the first time. Kevin, you are our resident person that skips trailers. Did you watch Supergirl trailer?
Yes. It came in December, right? It came out.
Yeah, it came out December.
Yeah, because of the length of time before the movie comes out. That's why I did. Now I'm shut down.
Okay. Did you see the Lobo thing? It's a scene from that just extended a little bit.
Oh no, I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
You just see him more clear. He looks like Lobo.
Oh, well.
Like,
it's a victory, huh?
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, he's riding a space motorcycle or Harley bike looking thing.
Yeah, it looks exactly like Lobo. He's on the bike and it looks like Lobo. So, it's just that scene where he's kind of like shadowed in the original trailer, in the original teaser trailer.
Aquaman's going through his dark phase. So,
it's good. It's what I wanted. We'll see when it comes out. It can, it's definitely a little Guardians. We'll see how much of Gunn's influence hangs over the movie. But
it feels very, very in tune with Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow.
Yeah, of course.
Which has been
and they said it's not exact. They said it's not exact, right? There's stuff that's changed. There's stuff that's different. Yeah, of course. This, it's never like an exact, word for word, scene for scene, or anything like that. But it's got the tone. It looks right. See what they do with it. I'm definitely excited.
It
is kind of weird that the first 2 movies out, Superman and Supergirl. Like I remember who it was. I think it was Dan Didio or someone at DC said this a long time ago that like when Superman isn't working, DC Comics just kind of as a whole. Maybe it was Jim Lee. So like when the Superman books aren't working, DC just isn't working, because Batman will always sell and the other characters always do stuff. But Superman is just like the core of DC, right? He is the center of the entire company, regardless of what the current sales are like. He is just, the most important character. And when the Superman comics feel off or they're not really doing that well, you can kind of feel it across the line. I wonder if that was their intent here, to just be like, we got to get Superman right. If you get Superman right, everything else falls into place. So, we're going to get other stuff soon, right? Next couple of years, there's going to be more Green Lanterns coming, and they're working on the Batman script and stuff like Clayface, but that's different. But yeah, if they can do Supergirl and Supergirl, if they can do Superman and Supergirl, and both are big successes, then that's good signs for the future. But yeah, I don't ignore trailers, but I'm definitely trying to not
limit your exposure to them.
Yeah, I just don't need to see every second of everything. Yeah. So let's do one more if we get out of here. I'm exhausted. I worked all day. Marshall was off. I worked for him. It's all right. And then we have more stuff to talk about. We have a ton more stories. More stuff next week.
You might want to skip to the bottom one.
2 weeks, huh?
You might want to skip to the bottom one I added.
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, I got one here. We'll deal with. Then we'll talk about that. End on a horrible note. Not horrible, you know what I mean. This is not comic related specifically, but it will involve a lot of comic book characters. This is an article on Deadline. Disney inks blockbuster $1 billion deal with OpenAI, handling characters over to Sora.
Ugh.
So this is Disney has a $1 billion investment with OpenAI, and will allow the use of Frozen, Star Wars, Marvel, and other characters within its AI app Sora. To where this goes, who knows? But there was talks of allowing user-created videos on Disney Plus, likely made in these tools, trying to get a bit of that TikTok pie into the Disney Plus app of short form video. In Disney's defense, their claim is that this is here we go. OpenAI and Disney have affirmed a shared commitment to maintaining robust controls to prevent the generation of illegal or harmful content. But all that means is people are going to make a ton of really bad Disney porn really, really fast the second this goes live.
Let me blow.
How is that not just the first thing everyone's going to do constantly? And whatever things they have will be immediately maneuvered around, and people will make horrible stuff using OpenAI and Disney characters, because that's what people do.
People don't do that. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
If you're some jack off and you want to make Deadpool and Darth Vader dance skits on AI and post it on YouTube, go have fun. But Disney allowing this to be made and then sharing on their own social media content and their own paid subscription service feels like the worst idea I've ever heard in my life. I mean,
remember when Little Mermaid had a penis on the cover?
I mean, people will slip stuff in. Stuff's going to go up. But will immediately the internet will be like, did you not catch this thing that was in the background? Like, there's going to be...
Weren't there people doing it in the back of like a rescuer scene or something?
It is going to be... I mean, I'm sure Disney thinks, well, it's going to happen anyway. They already have everything. We can't stop this. We might as well join them, right? Yeah, but it's such a bad look. I don't know. What are they? I don't like. Who wants this? Who wants to watch this? Who wants to? Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I can see it could be minorly okay for limited use, like for kids, like they can like so-called interact with their favorite characters, have answering them and talking to them. But beyond that, it's going to be used for the wrong purpose.
Dude, Winnie the Pooh's going to say the Holocaust never happened, and then it's
exactly.
going to be all over the internet. And you just gotta, these things never end well.
Exactly.
They do not end well. Okay, so just they should avoid this in every way, shape, or form.
But
and then
fill in the blank. Princess told me to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. All right, Lane wants us to end on the continued tragedy and death of.
Well, I figured otherwise we're going to be like, "Hey, this happened 2 minutes after we ended the podcast again."
Yeah. No. It was on my list. We will end on Sal Buscema, brother of John Buscema, and isn't there another Buscema? Isn't there another one? Didn't another one do some comic work? Anyway, longtime comic artist, passed away this past Friday. It is weird. The only reason I didn't initially kind of share any of this stuff on social media when this happened was because it is sort of like almost like a not directly from the family, and it's just like, oh, I heard from his wife. It was just a little weird. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not debating that it happened. I was just expecting a more like official announcement. So we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about it. I assume he's passed away. I don't see this is weird. It just struck me as a little bit weird because it's all coming from one source. It's just a little odd. That's all I'm going to say. Just a little odd. Anyway, I was waiting for like something from the family, which is usually you want to hear from someone direct. But John Buscema, obviously longtime comic artist and Marvel, and Sal, his brother, they worked together for years, 70s, 80s, 90s. I think for a lot of us, his run on Spectacular Spider-Man was a pretty, and then in the early 90s was a pretty legendary run, big. It's pretty long run there, pretty important run with Jim DeMatteis. Rom, Space Knight, another classic that he did a lot of work on. Nova, of course, my beloved Rich Rider. So yeah, just days before his 90th birthday, passed away, which is unfortunate. But longtime comic artist. He did stuff for DC. I have like no memory of him doing anything at DC. I think he was like always a Marvel guy. But yeah, he did a little bit of Superman, Batman stuff very, very, very briefly. I'm going to look up and see what issues he did. I'm sure I read them. I just have no memory of him doing anything with DC. But yeah, that's spectacular. When I think of Sal Buscema, I think of that Spectacular Spider-Man run. That is the that 90s run is what I remember him mostly from. That's all I got.
Yeah. Well,
Kevin?
No, Sal is.
Yeah.
I'm
workhorse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sal's like a Dick Dillon kind of guy for what would be DC. Like solid, professional, reliable. You'd want him if you're running a comic company. You would absolutely want him on your roster because you know you can count on him. I was always more of a John fan of the two of them.
Yeah. Well, John Buscema, I think just kind of became the bigger name. As time went. But that's not But someone everyone always talks about their favorite artist, and I'm like, yeah, but really, how much did they do? Right? Like a lot of sure. Jim Lee and Todd McFarlane did amazing stuff when we were kids, right? Stranko did awesome stuff, but he really only did a couple of issues. Like, it really wasn't that much work. Guys like Sal Buscema was just like,
oh yeah,
month in, month out, every year for days, or every day for years and years and years and decades. So yeah, these are the people that made the comic industry, because the comic industry doesn't rely on guys like Todd McFarlane to get the 19th top selling book out every single month, right?
I mean, you take a comic company,
you get all the glory, but
you take a comic company with McFarlane, Steranko, Jim Lee, Neil Adams.
They put out like 4 books,
and you will have all the headlines. Give me the Buscema brothers. Give me Jim Aparo, Dylan, Al Milgram was mentioned earlier. And I will have consistent books that hit the deadlines every month.
Yep. I don't even know what I have to look. I wonder what his last. I mean, he probably worked into the mid '90s, late '90s. But if he was doing stuff in the 2000s, I don't remember. I'll have to take a look and see what his final books were. And that's it. We're going to wrap up for now. We have lots of other stuff to talk about. We'll talk about that stuff when we return for our next episode, which I promise will happen much sooner than this one did. Because Toby, I'm sure, will be back. He'll want to tell you all about his adventures working at the comic book store again. I know he's very happy. He's also extremely excited to talk about his movie of 2026, Masters of the Universe, which I'm sure will be a movie that comes out in theaters and then shortly after on streaming. That is how much I'm looking forward to it. But Toby's ready for Masters of the Universe.
Oh, we also have other news for Toby.
Oh, what other news?
Starting in a week on Tuesdays.
Oh, yes. I should say this. Thank you for the reminder, Lane. While we have Comics Conspiracy, the retail store in Sunnyvale, and we have comicsconspiracy.biz, the online web store that is part of the Comic Hub network, and we have on eBay Comics Conspiracy, you can purchase your comic books. Lane and Toby and Kevin, not this Kevin, my warehouse Kevin, taking up a little project. They're gonna do a little test. They're gonna do a couple attempts to see how this works. Because we got comics coming out the wazoo, and they're like, well, we can find another way to sell this stuff. Let's try Whatnot. It's the very, very popular selling platform that's kind of like, eBay's 3-day auctions are much too long. How about 10 seconds? So notoriously filled with people that just rip people off and sell fake shoes and damaged Pokemon cards and scam people constantly. We're joining them, these wonderful folks. The comic community on Whatnot does seem pretty good. To be fair, I've watched quite a few of them. And they're going to do a couple test runs starting next Tuesday. I don't have the link. I don't have the name because we've set it up, but they haven't figured out how to change our username. So if you search for Comics Conspiracy, hopefully it shows up Tuesday night. I'll send out some links. Not this will probably come out on Tuesday, so not tonight. If you're listening to it, this will be the 3rd, February 3rd. So they want to do a couple test runs, and then we'll probably, if it goes well, go into some more regular shows, more regularly scheduled shows, probably once a week at least. But they're just going to do a couple, maybe 100 random kind of things. Again, this is very much just testing out the features and functions. We got a lot of the back end set up, but they want to actually go live and try a few shows. So you could talk to Toby, talk to Lane, you could talk to Kevin. They're going to have a blast doing this for a couple hours probably. And I'm not going to be on there. Maybe I'll jump in. Maybe I'll jump in the chat. Leave this to the warehouse boys. So you can check that out on Whatnot.
I haven't gotten confirmation. Lane, will there be an attractive model to join you guys to hold up the product while you're talking?
Get a model it like at the CBLDF party.
Exactly. Yes. Ryan, that's in the budget, isn't it?
Attractive is subjective. There may be some people and things to help in that manner, but may not be what you're expecting.
Oh,
I'm terrified by this information. The less I know, the better. Okay, if I don't know about it, then it's okay.
Don't mess up my workbench.
Yes.
No.
Hey, thanks to all our patrons on Patreon. Edward at geekyvillain.com, Joe Duff, Kelsey May, and Jimmy Rivera at the Social Forum Podcast, DDT Wrestling, and Grace the Nurse Podcast on YouTube. Head over to comicconspiracypodcast.com. You can find all our previous episodes. We're on Apple Podcast and all your other wonderful podcast apps. You can find us there. Go to that previously mentioned comicsconspiracy.biz and you can buy some comic books from us. You can see conspiratorbrock.com. That's Brock's website. You can visit that. I guess not see. You can visit. Well, you can see it when you go to it. Charlie has the Wanderers in the Fourth Dimension podcast talking all about Doctor Who. And Kevin's interview series Between the Panels at fanbasepress.com and a page I love at Comic Art Live on YouTube. You can also visit my wife's website, leannehill.com, see her wonderful artwork on there, and buy her prints at the shop and on the website. If you're on Blue Sky, I'm on there, trying to not talk about politics. Ryan Higgins, that's me. Brock is Brock Sager. Toby's Toby XI when he remembers his password. Kevin is at Kevin Sharp. That's it. Lane, still, no, you're not Blue Skying?
Nope.
Never joined? And we also didn't record the Geek Box now for 2 months, so or a month and a half. So we were supposed, we were supposed to record the other day.
What's the story?
What's the story?
Yeah, what happened?
Ryan Scott just spazzed and didn't show up. I'm like, what the hell? He's like, oh yeah, I forgot that was tonight. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that was supposed to be tonight. So Geekbox is next week. We didn't record for so long. We talked about recording, and then he just never recorded. So next week we'll be back.
Uh-huh.
You didn't want to just do a one-man show?
I don't want to do the 4-man show. I don't want to do a 2-man show. No.
Notice at the start of the podcast, he's very positive. By the end of the podcast, he's like, I just
I'm done.
I'm fucking dang.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Although, not a lot of comic book specific related stuff on my Japan trip. However, lots of nerdy stuff. So I'll definitely be talking about some of that.
You took plenty of photos of vending machines.
Definitely talk about that. Dude, Japanese vending machines are the best. Talk about some of that stuff in the Geek Box this next week.
I'm proud you ate less pizza.
Oh, I had pizza tonight. Much pizza. Not as much pizza as we wanted in Japan. We had much pizza, but not as much as we wanted. So that's it. I appreciate everyone's patience while I recovered from being horribly sick. And we'll catch you next episode. Goodbye.